Good morning everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do your What's Cracking reading for Wednesday. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. It's just been an amazing journey for me, and I love meeting all of you, connecting with all of you, whether you are in Australia or overseas. I'm particularly intrigued with the people in Australia. It fascinates me that, I don't know, I'm still so humbled by the journey, I guess. But I'm very, very pleased to be able to bring you the messages I need to bring you. If you are interested in having a personal reading with me, doing life coaching with me, which is picking up for the year, or joining us for classes, joining us for the G's gang, any of those things, all of the information is below. I will be doing fairs this year. I've already signed up for 4 fairs this year, but I probably will do more. So I've been a little bit more selective of where I go, but I will be travelling to Goulburn and Bathurst this year. So if you're in those areas, I'll make sure that you know what's coming up. Okay, I think the Bathurst one is in February and we're there for 2 days. I know I have quite a big following at Bathurst, so once that comes around, I'll make sure you get the information so you don't miss out. All right. We're going to use the Thelema Tarot for your reading today. I'll be live on Facebook today with a super chat and live on Instagram on Friday with some free reads, some mini reads, and I think we're in maybe late January, February for Facebook mini reads. All right, let's see where we're going with the reading this morning. Been very funny energy the last few days. I don't know, it's and other people have sort of said that too. I almost feel, you know, when you're waiting for something to happen and you have that feeling of anticipation, and I'm sure I've said that before, you know, another time. But this time it's sort of like really feels like it's building, like something's going to happen, but it hasn't quite got to that point yet. But that feeling of something, and I know you guys will write to me and say you're feeling the same way. It's not like being stuck. It's not like being sort of in one place. It's very much this energy of feeling like something's going to happen. Like you know someone's going to give you a surprise birthday party, like that sort of feeling. So you're not really sure where it's going to happen, but you can feel that things are happening around you. That sort of energy. Anyway, let's go with it. All right, so we have the Four of Wands coming up first. And the Four of Wands represents, it represents happy families in terms of commitments, marriages. It represents stability. It can represent, in a reading, if it comes up with other cards, a twin flame. It can be a twin flame card. But it's very much a card of stability, commitment, marriage, you know, happy families. Let's just move through them here and see where we're going. All right, so I have the Six of Pentacles. So Six of Pentacles is very much about equal give and take. It's especially in a relationship, but I feel like this is speaking more so to spirit here, because often this card comes up when you're co-creating. I feel like some of you have asked perhaps for some sort of commitment. Maybe you're waiting for someone to commit or commit to something. You might be wanting someone to invest, but I really feel like you're creating with the universe here. Well, there you go. So we have the Wheel of Fortune. Maybe that's why I'm feeling a little bit sort of like something's about to happen. I feel very strongly that a lot of you are closing out some sort of cycle at the moment. And I feel like this cycle is very close. I feel that you're about to close something out here. Maybe you're moving into a partnership. Look, I have the Ace of Cups. Okay, let me just pull one more and we'll go from there. Seven of Cups, Ace of Wands behind that. All right, what I'm feeling like here is that maybe there are people out there that have either touched base with someone or met someone new. And there's that feeling of moving something to the next level. But there's this energy of that anticipatory stage where you're not really sure if the other person's on the same page as you, and you're sort of trying to scout it out. It's too early to ask if they're interested in a relationship with you. So you don't want to do that. So it's almost like you're feeling your way out here, but you're anticipating something. So you can feel the feeling starting to create, and you can feel the energy of something creating or being created. There's definitely this energy of feeling like something is happening, but it's too early to sort of push for an answer. Let's see how we go here. Look at this. I love it. All right, so we have the Fool card coming through. The Fool card is a card of taking a leap of faith. Now, when we say taking a leap of faith, sometimes, you know, if this is a love situation, maybe it is time to ask if the other person's sort of on the same page as you. Because there's very much this energy of wanting to move forward on something, but feeling like it's not quite the right time. This feeling of anticipation. It's sort of like you're waiting for someone else to say something to you. And the universe is saying here, it's okay to go jump yourself. So maybe if you're in this situation, it's okay to ask the other person if they're feeling the same vibes as you. Or maybe do they want a relationship if you feel really like opening up. All right. So we have the Nine of Swords coming through. With the Page of Swords. Wow, okay. And yeah, I thought that might be the case. Look at all the swords here. When I talk about a feeling of anticipation, I'll just move the microphone out a little bit. When I talk about a feeling of anticipation and I see all the swords like this, I sort of get it. Let's look. Whoever I'm speaking to here, you're really like overthinking this. You really are. There's a sort of energy here. You may even be checking up on this person just to see, just to make sure. Maybe, you know, sometimes we just like to look at someone to see if we can see what they're thinking or what they're feeling. This is that sort of scouting things out, going through something, researching it. You know, maybe you're looking for some answers here because there's some anxiety here. And I get this anxiety, I do, because I feel like that's the energy of what happens if I start to fall for this person and they don't feel the same way about me. Nobody wants to get hurt. Nobody wants to feel like the person's going to choose something other than you. So there's very much this energy of, I want to jump at it. I want to go. I want to have fun with this. I really like this person. But do they like me? Are they interested in a relationship? Is this just a fling for them? How can I tell? Okay. All right, so we have the Page of Pentacles. There you go. You're going to make a little offer. I think your person's going to make a little offer to you and you're going to be able to put this burden down. All right, more swords. Wow. Ending a cycle. All right, so this means for a lot of you here, if you have recently started to date someone or recently started to see someone and you're wondering if this is going to take off, I want to say to you, it is going to take off in a very big way. Your person is doing the same as you here. They're anticipating, they're not really sure. They've got this sort of energy of wanting to do exactly the same as you. This person wants to make an offer, but they think they're going to make something small first. So you may have something that's a little bit tentative. But there appears to be some sort of closing out of a cycle. And sometimes you start seeing these cards when people go from being single into relationships. Always happens the other way around too, where you see people going out of relationships and moving into new things. There's endings here. There are endings here in order to start new beginnings. It sort of looks like quite a gloomy read, but it actually feels really good. So it's quite interesting. All right, so we have more swords coming through. Wow, you're in your head a lot. We have the Empress coming through here with the Devil energy. All right, that makes a whole lot of sense. So your person could be a Capricorn. We can't never discount that. But I do need to clarify. Oh, because these cards are chipped, they're not lining up very well. Alrighty, let's see where we're going here. And we'll come back and give it a real good pull apart. I feel like there's an opportunity here. I feel like somebody's about to offer you an opportunity. Could be marriage, long-term commitment, partnership, something happening here. I feel that you may be co-creating with someone else, but I also feel like that you're asking the universe to sort of bring this person to you, because I feel like you have this real strong connection with this person. And there's the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like, look, for many of you here, this almost feels like you're being bought love after a period of time, perhaps in a bit of a slump. Or a very long slump if you're people like me. This is sort of this energy of something turning in your favor here. Something sort of the wheel turning in your favor, because you are getting an opportunity at new love here. I do believe whoever you're with actually sees you as something incredibly special. This is dreamy energy here. And they want a brand new start with you. This is very physical energy, very sort of that tension. So I want to say to you, if you're feeling this way about someone and you're unsure, this person is feeling exactly the same way back again. They want to push this forward, but they're not sure where you're coming from. So both of you are sort of wondering if you're on the same page, and you're both mirroring each other's energy. This person sees you here as the Empress, but you've got some distrust here. So I want to double check why it is that you're coming up with this Seven of Swords devil energy, because I feel like it's like maybe because this person isn't saying anything to you, or you're not opening up to this person, there's a bit of distrust here. This can sometimes just be the ego energy. You know, when you first go into a relationship, and I often hear people saying, oh, you know, that getting rid of the ego. I'm like, you can't get rid of the ego. The ego is part of who we are. But what you can do is you can work with your ego. So when we go into a new relationship, even though we try to show the other person who we are, there is a little bit of holding back and a little bit of sort of working up to things. So we tend not to put everything. It's actually really unhealthy to put everything up front with a new relationship, especially if you're going to pick people who may be a little toxic, because they may work with that energy and use it against you later. So we try to have good boundaries. We try to make sure we have healthy boundaries, and we share what is really important for us to share up front. But there may be a little bit of holding back. So this could be that you are being a little bit more tentative in this situation than what you would normally. But if you see all the swords here, honestly, I don't think I've seen ever so many swords in a reading. There are 5 swords cards in 10 cards. But this person sees you as being the answer to their dreams here. They do see you as ready to have a relationship. Some people, you're already looking at you, you know, if you're young enough for children, they're already looking at you and seeing if you are the type of person they could see having their children here. But there's this energy here of something not spoken that's worrying you. Maybe you feel like this person's holding back on you because of this ego energy. Maybe you feel like they're not being completely upfront with you here. Let's just put a couple more cards on it. Okay, so we have the Queen of Wands coming through. We have the 4 of Cups coming through. Or you have a real big fear of rejection here. All right, so some of you are worried about this. I hate the word rejection, because rejection puts it on our shoulders and it's not actually our fault. So rejection is something for me that is a very negative, judgmental word. And I try not to use it, because we don't have any control over who wants us and who doesn't. That's it. We don't have that control. If we feel that, you know, somebody's picked somebody over us, that's a different story. But we put the rejection on ourselves, which is really wrong, because you're not responsible for that. So why feel that you've been rejected when it's actually someone else's choice? So I feel like here you have this fear that this person's not going to choose you. That is why you've got this fear. This is your ego speaking to you here. This is your ego. This is your past energies. Like I always say, those things that you hang on to, those ideas other people have given you, those ways of thinking, those corrupted corrupted energies that somebody else put on you to make you feel in some way or shape or that you're not worthy. And I feel this is what you're doing here. It's almost like you're wondering why this person would choose you, but they see you as the Empress. Whoever this person is, they are about to speak up, okay? You could be dealing with a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius here. You could be dealing with Capricorn, Libra, Taurus, Pisces. The energy of this person being ready. Look, if you have a look at this, this is what I pulled out as clarification. This is this energy here of feeling like this person's not going to take your cup. They are well and truly ready to speak up here. They've already looked at things from a higher perspective. They know what they want. This person is really, really clear and sure of what they want. They see you as being something incredibly beautiful. So they are definitely wanting something with you. Don't let this ego energy, someone else's opinions, someone else's way of saying, doing, being, interrupt the way you feel here. Because you're about to get something here. You're about to be asked. I mean, for some of you, this may be, commitment. It may be marriage. It could be, well, we have the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom again with the Four of Wands there. Absolutely. But for others of you, this may be just moving this relationship into the next stage. All right. Let's have a look at the Lightworker Oracle again. I'm just starting to get used to these cards. I feel like I need to read a love card. Let me just get a love card out. We've done the journey of love. Oh, how about romance angels? I don't use this deck as often. I remember buying this deck and then everybody had it. And I was like, oh, go and find something new and different. So I've had this one right from a very long time ago. It's some years old. Okay. Oh, that one wants to come out. There you go. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Isn't that beautiful? Actually, I'll just have a little look in here and see if it's got any extra information. Okay, so it's telling you to take, that the angels have got the door open, that you can make the first move if you want to. There's nothing wrong with asking someone. You don't have to, chain them up and hold them at gunpoint or anything like that. But it's okay to say to someone, is this something you're wanting? Are you wanting a relationship here? It's okay to do that. The universe are actually saying to you for you to take some action. I'll leave you with that. Maybe this hasn't come up for you yet. Thanks.